estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo.
Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día, perdona nuestras ofensas, como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden.
My name is Lolly Cholak, and I was selected by Freedom Alliance to attend an experimental mission trip to the school of Chalco here in Mexico City.
So the Sisters of Mary World Villages for Children was the brainchild of a man named Venerable Aloysius Schwartz, a priest who went to Korea after the war back in '57, and he saw orphans really almost laying around like war shrapnel, leftover war shrapnel, landmines, left to die, and he said, no, I can't have it.
Freedom Alliance's visit to Girlstown came about because I read a book about Father Aloysius Schwartz, who founded Girlstown and Boys Town. And then I became friends with the author, Kevin Wells, and we met up and we talked about Father Al and his desire to minister to the poorest of the poor.
So he started to build these boys' towns and girls' towns, and that went from Korea to the Philippines, and now in Mexico. So right now we're in Chalco, Mexico, where there's 3,300 girls on where we're sitting right now that are being taken care of by these Sisters of Mary.
And so Kevin and I talked about my work at Freedom Alliance and how we try to heal the wounds of war for combat veterans. And wouldn't it be good if these two communities could talk to each other? Even though they're very different people, they're carrying the same burdens. They're carrying very similar traumas.
A beautiful group was waiting for us to greet us. They were very happy to see us. They gave us a beautiful welcome, made us these beautiful little necklaces. We attended Mass with all the kids. There was over 3,000 children in the building.
We had the opportunity to introduce these young ladies to an American soldier, Lolly Cholak. And when I told them Lolly is an American soldier, they all cheered. 3,000 girls at one time cheering for an American soldier and a female American soldier. It was amazing.
And brought us up on stage and sang us a beautiful rendition of You Are My Sunshine. The next day we had the opportunity to visit over 6 or 7 classes with girls ranging in the ages of like 11 to 16.
We went into the classrooms where they do their learning, and we talked to them about what we do at Freedom Alliance and how we minister to American soldiers.
I had the opportunity to convey some of the similarities of the military and our military service in comparison to them being here in Chalco as students. And we went over a lot of leadership values that the Army provides us that were very similar. The girls were very attentive. They were very excited to ask questions when they could, and at the end of each class, they swarmed us and asked every question they could in between classes. Later in the day in the auditorium, we had the opportunity again to speak to over 800 girls, and we had a question and answer session. It was a very captivated audience. They were very engaging. There was one question right after the other. They did ask about my military service in Iraq. They asked about military training in the military, how hard it was. They asked about how to join the military. They asked about the requirements in the military. They even asked what we ate in the military.
And when I said I'd like to come back and bring even more American soldiers with me, there were cheers and applause and their hands went up. It was fantastic.
I did not expect to feel the emotions that I did on this trip. This was a very special trip for me. I feel very honored to have met these young girls. It was a very fruitful trip for me spiritually as well.
Tom and Lolly gave 8 talks apiece, and I tried to hopscotch around to the different talks, and you look into these girls' eyes, truly they were riveted. Number one, they love America and they love American soldiers more. and the stories that Lolly and Tom told about love of country, about service, about leadership, about discipline, and about overcoming wounds, the girls were riveted. So I just hope, and really I'm going to start praying too, that the Freedom Alliance continues this, because I don't know in this sort of 1.5, 2-day exploratory period of whether the Girls Town and the Boys Town and Freedom Alliance are connected. Well, I saw that we're very well connected.